Hey y'all, it's 3BW, Sisters in Love and Strength.
I'm Christina, the youngest sister, here to make you laugh.
I'm Sherry, the outspoken, no nonsense nurse and middle sister.
And I'm Lisa, the oldest sister, ready to see what happens next. Every day we navigate busy families, husbands, friends, and exes. We've experienced it all, y'all, and we want to share our lessons learned with you.
Our motto is hindsight is 2020, and we're here to provide our viewpoints on what happened, where we went wrong, and how we can learn from it.
Join us as we share our stories, laugh at our mistakes, and learn together. We want to hear from you too. Hey ladies, how we doing?
What's
Hey,
up?
what's up?
How was your week?
It was good. It was pretty busy. How was yours?
It was great, I guess. Can't think of anything exciting that happened. What about you, Christina?
Well, mine was uneventful. It's always good. Mine was very uneventful.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, Christina showed up.
Yeah. Party. Late to the party, but at least she made it. Well, guess what time it is? It is time for us to do our quote of the week. Oh, yeah. So today I am going to do a quote by Denzel Washington. It is, do not aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference.
Oh, I love that one. I
That's
love
good.
it.
It's nice.
Yeah. Why do you love that one?
Because you know what? Making a difference, whether it's in someone else's life or just, in general, it feels good to make a difference, versus just going out there making money. Now, I obviously love money, but I would love to be able to make a difference in someone's life too.
So my take is making a difference don't pay the bills. So I have to aspire to make money.
Oh my
So-
God.
Wow.
Or I'll be underneath a bridge. So I'm sorry. Love the quote. Great in theory, but reality says money pays the bill.
I
Oh
totally
my gosh.
don't agree with that.
You can make a difference and make the money.
Yeah, I'm making a difference between me having a roof and not.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We're going to move on.
Yes,
Because,
please.
I don't know.
Oh,
Anyways.
hey, how about this? What difference are you guys making, or y'all just working your jobs?
Okay.
I'm making
So-
a difference in everyone's life working it. Well, not everyone's life. Oh my God. Yeah. I work for a health insurance company. I'm always making a difference.
Okay. Love it for you.
Well, listen, in my
As
line
do
of work.
you. As do you. Oh my
Listen,
God. We all do.
I know I make a difference through my job because guess what? I can be a sucky nurse and just make money, or I can actually care, right?
Right.
And be a great nurse.
Exactly.
No, okay, whatever. I'm not a sucky employee.
There is lots of nurses that just make a living, and let me tell you, they suck.
Okay.
Providers too. So, anyways, we are going to give a shout out to our sound engineer. Sean from RHL Solutions.
Hey, RHL. What?
That was too funny.
Maybe I hit the wrong button. I'm not sure.
Maybe you did.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't. Okay, so let's move on to our topic. So the topic for today is.
Well, hold on. Before we get into our topic, I do want to ask you guys something.
I'm not sure if I want to know.
And it'll lead into our topic because I was looking at Instagram and I came across a reel, and this lady was talking about how she doesn't overeat because her parents did not force her to sit at the table when she was young until all her food was gone.
They did or they did not?
They did not. So
Okay.
she knows when she's full. And I was thinking to myself, no, that's not how that works. Like, I didn't
What
agree
do
with
we
what she said because we had to sit, because from our parents, we had to
Right.
sit at the table until we ate
full.
all of our food. We
Yeah.
couldn't throw anything
Right.
away. I'm not big. I don't overeat. You know what I'm saying? And even with my kids, I will say I don't make them sit there, but I give them food according to how much they eat. They all eat
Right.
differently. So I know what they can eat. And generally, they're not full. They just don't like it, so they don't want it. So if you do that, then they'll never eat the Brussels sprouts. They'll never eat the good stuff because I guaranteed you, they're full. They get up, guaranteed that when they'll say, "Oh, I'm full. I can't eat no more." Okay, but 5 minutes later, they're coming back because they want strawberries.
So I grew up in a time where I had to sit at the table until my food was gone. And the mistake that my parents made was leaving the room.
Exactly.
Leaving me at the table.
Exactly. Yes. We can
That's
only
right.
imagine where that food
The
went.
places where that food
Went
went.
under the dresser.
And in the toilet, 'cause
Under
we had to
the
use
china
the bathroom.
cabinet. Under the china cabinet because they would check the trash can. So
Yeah.
it went under the china cabinet. And when we
Wow.
moved,
But like now, you don't feel like you're an overeater, right?
well, no, I don't. But I do feel like I eat a lot because I'm at home. And my office is near my kitchen, so I'm always snacking. Like today, I had a bowl of cereal and I had a bowl of rice with eggs and sausage, and and then I had my snacks outside of that, and that was just my breakfast. So
So you eat because you're bored.
I eat because I think I eat because it's there, but we're small. It's just, our genetics, we're just our genes, we're just small. I don't think it matters how much we eat. I don't think we're ever going to be that overweight. So I think it really depends on your genes. More so than, you can eat all day and stay slim. I have kids who will prove that, but then you have other kids who in their genes, they're meant to be, maybe a little thicker, a little heavier, and when they eat like that, they will gain the weight, so
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's my thoughts.
speaking of, get into that topic, Sherry.
All right. So today our topic is called Mom Talk, Then and Now. This is going to be our Mother's Day special. And today we are going to be hearing from two wonderful people. The first one is going to be my niece. Her name is Christina. She is a mother of a newborn. Her baby is 3 weeks old. So we are definitely inviting her in and getting some questions, talking to her about, her experiences. And then we have my beautiful mother. Her name is Gwen. And she has, Gwenny Pooh. And she has 3 daughters, 14 grandchildren, and 3 great grandchildren. And we're going to get her perspective on her life as a mother, being married, being single, the whole shebang.
Welcome, welcome,
Yes.
welcome,
Hi,
welcome. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome to our Mother Day
Podcast.
Mother's Day.
Now, I also want to say before we start, does anybody have any facts about Mother's Day and how
Thank you.
it started?
Mother Day.
She's nervous.
I have no facts. Go ahead, but I'm
me
guessing
neither.
you do.
I do. I looked it up, and a fun fact is that Mother's Day started as what? Mother's Day started as a result from war.
Really?
Yeah, isn't it? No.
I couldn't hear the question or the answer.
Was there a question?
I was asking so they
I
could
don't
make more
know.
money after the war.
No. So what was it then?
So it was actually from a lady named Anne Jarvis, and it was after the Civil War, I believe.
history.
Yeah, it is a little bit of history because without history, how the heck you know where you're going, right?
That's right.
So during the Civil War, and after, Anne Jarvis worked to create a friendship and a community between mothers on both sides of the war. And that's how Mother's Day started. It started at Mother's Friendship Day. And it was actually put into law in 1914 by Woodrow Wilson.
Do you remember that, Mom?
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, that was like in 1868. So Ann Jarvis, and so that's
But
what
it
she
went into
wow.
it was made a law in 1914.
in 1914, and that's because of her daughter Anna Jarvis continued to advocate and make that a special day in remembrance of her mother.
So if it's a
So-
law, why can't we get the day off?
Oh, girl,
yeah,
stop.
well, I don't think it's
No,
yeah,
it
right?
falls on a Sunday. It's always,
It's
on,
always
a
on a
Sunday.
Sunday.
So yeah.
Yes, it is. But so Anna continued her mom's legacy and got it, you know, whatever, into law in 1914 by Woodrow Wilson. And then here's the crazy thing about it. So, Mother's Day has totally turned commercialized. So Anna Jarvis actually and trying to, well, she is, like I'm trying to get this together, my bad.
I don't even know what you're saying right now.
Anna Jarvis eventually spent all of her money trying to cancel or, oh my God, what am I? Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, she tried to end Mother's Day because of what it had become so commercialized.
Really?
Yes, so she spent her last days trying to do this, basically cancel it because it became more than what it didn't mean. It no longer meant what it was supposed to mean.
Well, I mean, but how can you make that decision based off of, it being commercialized? I mean, a lot of people are still taking out their parents and
Yeah,
their
listen,
mothers
but
and
it was
and
her
their
vision.
daughters. But her vision is, I
not
mean,
what she
it
saw.
grew.
It did. It grew into
and people
a monster.
You're showing. I mean, is it really a monster though?
Not for mothers. It is for,
Right.
It's so commercialized now. It is.
It's just a way to make money, whereas she
is.
probably didn't want it to be
Okay,
that.
but you know what? I bet you those mothers are appreciating those gifts.
Well-
again, we are looking past what it was meant for.
Okay.
And and the person who made it. Granted, it came out to
Her
be
vision was
wonderful.
lost.
It came out to be wonderful. But the vision she saw is not it.
Then she should have kept it to herself.
And that might be so, but she didn't.
You
And-
can't put something out there like that and expect it not to grow into its own thing. You just
agree.
can't.
Well, from like 1914, maybe she expected that. You know what I'm saying? Like, So
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good quote.
That's
Not
a
a quote. That's a good
good
fact,
fact.
Shanique. Christina.
it is. It's a great fact. It is. It is. And the number one gift for Mother's Day is.
Flowers.
Yeah, it's one of the highest. Yes, flowers
Yeah,
and cards.
flowers.
It's cards, flowers,
Yeah.
and plants. Yeah.
No candy?
Nope. No.
Okay.
No. But oh well. Good job, Christina.
All right. Nice talk, both of you.
yeah.
All right. So let's get back into this.
Into some of these mother questions. So, how are you guys feeling? First off, Chrissy, how are you feeling as a new mom?
I'm feeling good. A little tired, but overall good. Happy.
What you happy about?
My baby.
Took you long enough.
I know, right? 30 years old and having your first child. Yeah.
You are. You are. You're always a kid with a kid on your first kid. But is it everything so far is it everything you expected?
I mean, I think so. I wasn't really expecting anything, but like I helped, raise some babies. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing. It's not anything crazy.
But
right
you know,
now.
Yeah.
it's different when it's you. Like,
Right.
this is your responsibility. Granted, you helped with others, but ultimately, you could just be like, I ain't doing that. But this one, you gotta do
No,
all
she
that.
couldn't just be, I ain't doing that. No. Who do you think her mother was?
Listen, she was not obligated.
She was not
And
obligated,
then
but
you didn't make her do the stuff that
No, I didn't make her do anything, but
defects couldn't be called on her.
but she was a senior in high school when I had Charlie. So she was there when I gave birth to Charlie.
Sorry,
and
Chris.
helped, whatever. And she helped me out with Charlie, with everything with her. So,
Yeah, that's with Charlie.
right. Yeah, everyone was.
Okay.
I'm getting sick of y'all right now.
I love you too. But yeah, I get it. And you did a great job raising Charlie too. You really did. But now you have,
Helping raise Charlie.
now you were helping. A minute ago, it was all
She
you.
was helping.
But anyways, this baby here is all you.
All
I
yours.
know. Right now, she's easy. So I know it's gonna get, a little like bumpy roller coaster when she get older. But I think it's gonna be fun.
Now the shit gets real in a couple of years.
And she's gonna be so hard headed. Mm-mm-mm.
Why do you say that?
She gonna be spoiled.
But she's gonna be spoiled.
She is.
We're all gonna spoil her.
Yeah, on both sides.
She's gonna be hard headed. Yep. I'm not gonna spank her though.
She gonna be arguing with y'all in Spanish.
Right.
I know, right?
You know what I'm gonna say? Puta, puta, I will lay you out. I don't care if you 2 or 3. I will lay you. Keep on with me.
I'm done. We dropped the mic here. Okay, let's move on to our wonderful mother. Mom, say hello and tell us about yourself.
Hello. And me, I'm down to earth, normal mother with 3 daughters. Between 3 daughters, I had 14 grandchildren.
Listen, I ain't say repeat what I said. Man, that is not what I said.
So I'm loving my grandchildren and being adoring my great grands. So I'm pretty
Doing.
well set. I'm doing well.
Well, Mom, since you're enjoying making new memories now, but can you tell us about maybe some past memories about being a mother and being a single mother?
Oh, wait.
Well-
When did you become a single mother? How many years you think?
And some favorite past memories. Don't give us the
Oh
gritty.
my God, come on. Wait, one question at a time.
I've been a single mom for quite a while and for years, really. But my favorite was I had very good girls. They were very good. And I didn't have a whole lot of trouble with them.
Oh, that is
No.
not the truth, Mom. That is not the truth.
Yeah, you had one good kid, which is me, because I never had a police come to your door and I never ran away. The other 2 are questionable. So
I forgot about that running away stuff.
yeah, maybe we should keep
Well,
forgetting.
what about the police that came to the door?
No, not the police that came to the door. The police came to her before she walked out the store. He didn't let her leave the store because one of her kids, mind you, it wasn't me, was stealing.
Stole a bra that she couldn't even wear.
And that right there was peer pressure. You know?
Was it? I thought she was with you.
Yes, she was. But
So
she
who
didn't
was
learn that from me.
pressuring her to buy a
She
bra?
didn't learn
Girls
that
at
from me.
school with titties.
She learned that from her friends.
Right, everybody at school was wearing a bra, and I ain't have one.
Oh,
so
my
I had to get
God.
one.
Well, you know,
Lord.
And
she
had
didn't need
nothing.
one.
You're right. She had nothing
I
to
mean,
hold it.
she
She
was.
had nothing to put a bra in.
I know.
Listen, my friends at school didn't know that.
Fake it till you make it.
Right?
Toilet tissue.
And it wasn't like you or daddy was going to buy it.
No, because we're not gonna spend money
You
on something
didn't
you really don't need.
Right.
You know?
Well, apparently
T-shirts
I
were
needed it. I
fine.
needed it. I stole it and I needed it.
Should have cut up a T-shirt and you would have had a bra.
Oh wow.
Oh, but those are our
I'm just
memories,
saying.
Mom.
Yeah.
But you remember it being pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, I do. You know, being a single mom, I thought it was pretty smooth sailing. I
Well,
really
I
did.
don't know how it was smooth sailing with Lisa.
Oh my God.
Well, I wasn't a single with Lisa.
Ah.
Okay, well, when you were married with Lisa, it still was some drama, wasn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and that
that's
was
not
peer
what.
pressure too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was
no,
peer
I'm
pressure.
Sorry. Nobody came to
It was
the house
peer
and pulled her
pressure.
out to run
It was
away
peer
every week.
pressure. You
No,
know what?
And we hadn't even had an argument, a fuss, or anything.
Stop
She
putting my
got
business
up,
out there.
She went to school that morning and did not come back home.
Right? Didn't nobody? What? Now, why did you run away, Lisa?
So, mommy, what's like one of your most funniest memories?
When
it
you
comes
ran
to
away?
That, huh?
That wasn't funny.
And then
is
Daddy
now.
had to go to the
To the MP station,
Yeah, to
okay?
pick you up.
Okay, yes, because I was
you know,
not gonna
it's a
come
good
home
thing.
on my own.
I know she wasn't.
and Grandma
And-
gonna leave you.
And yes, I was because we hadn't had an argument or anything. She got up that morning, went to school, and didn't come back home, and wouldn't come back unless somebody come and get her. And the police, I asked her, said, well, "Are you being mistreated?" She said, "No." And he asked, "Well, why did you run away?" And she couldn't tell him. But we were
I know
in
why.
Germany at that time.
Because she had too many chores to do.
That's what I said. She treated me like a slave.
Oh my God.
But you know what? We were in Germany at that time, and the police was called the Polizei. And after they finished asking her all
Another
these
history lesson.
questions, and she couldn't answer them, she had no good reason. The Polizei told her, "Well, you look healthy. You don't look like you being abused or nothing." So he wanted to know why. And I wanted to know why too. And then she had the nerve to say she's not going home unless somebody come and get her. And I wasn't going to come and get her because I didn't tell her to run away. So her stepdad felt sorry for her and went to get her.
Yeah.
So she came home. Then she turned around 6 months later and did it again. Yes, she did. Did it again 6 months later.
Mm.
Wow.
So, yeah, we did have our ups and downs, but, pretty much so. I didn't have no kids in the prison. I ain't had no kids on dope. So I feel like I still made out pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It
know?
could have been a lot
And they
worse.
grew up to be pretty terrific women, all of them.
All of them.
I say 1, 2.
I say all three of us.
I do. I agree.
Yes.
We all three of us became really great.
Human
Women.
beings.
So, Mommy, one of your funniest stories about us?
Funny story?
Mm-hmm. Either one of us.
I'm trying to think.
Or none of us.
Might not have any funny stories.
I mean, she had you two. She should have funny stories.
Yeah, I guess my age and creeped in on me.
Let me
Yours
ask you a
and mine.
different question.
But there is one thing that I want to put out there that they did to me, the two youngest ones.
Oh, nope. That's
You
time,
know,
folks.
Go ahead,
Thank
Mommy.
you.
Go ahead, Mommy. Go ahead.
we were in Indiana living, and I had to work around my girl's schedule, so when they were home, I wanted to be home. But there's times when I wasn't home on time when they've been home a couple of hours or so. So one day I come home and I go into the living room and my couch was slumping. It was slumping. The back of the couch was slumping. And I'm trying to figure out what happened, what's going on. And I called them and I asked them, I said, girls, what happened here? Nothing. and they never did tell me what really happened until maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
I was say, oh, you asking now?
I was getting ready to say, did
Didn't
they
they tell
ask
me?
them now?
Then they tell me that they were playing in the living room and on the couch and broke my
And
couch.
broke the back of the couch. What the hell were y'all doing?
But that's part of
Now
the truth.
I'm a single mom now, and they up there causing more pain for me, more trouble by tearing up my furniture.
But in our defense, at that time, we didn't understand what being a single mom was.
No, we didn't understand how
Really?
much that couch cost.
Yeah, because you guys were like in elementary and middle school.
Yeah, we really had no.
Yeah, we had
Because
no
if my
concept.
kids would have did it to me, I probably would have bust their butt.
Okay, but what were y'all doing though to break the
Flipping,
back?
flipping on the couch because all the other kids was at gymnastics. So we said, okay, we gonna do it here since we're like the
Yeah,
lot-
our
lot
single
was-
mom couldn't afford to put us in
Right.
anything.
But
so
that
we-
couch was
So
looking
you
really.
destroy her couch.
Well, it wasn't the plan. It just happened.
But mind you, that couch has seen better days. It came from Germany. The couch was everywhere we were, so it was old. It was time.
So Germany, Indiana, Massachusetts, then Indiana.
And
that's
that's
where
where
it
it
lay
lay
the
the
rest.
rest. That's where it lay. And then it was burgundy, wasn't it? And then she came in the house with a black couch with big flowers, blue and purple. But we upgraded. We did upgrade.
We couldn't break that one.
No, that one's a little harder. It was sturdy. It was new. The other one, all that traveling and going overseas, it wasn't even us. It gave out. But well, we was scared
I
that
guess
night.
so. If you guys was flipping on it,
I know, right?
yeah.
Oh my God, I wouldn't even thought to flip on any of your furniture.
And we did all kinds of stuff on that furniture.
Sherry always trying to be a gymnastics. I swear, this girl will flip on anything you let her. I think you burned mommy's table too, didn't you?
Ooh.
You was in Indiana with a pot. You put a hot pot
Yep.
on a wood table.
I did.
And that ring stayed there until it died.
I did.
Oh
I
my
did. But that was
gosh.
again. I didn't know better.
Did you get mad?
You remember that, Mom?
Yeah, I remember the ring.
Yeah.
Mm,
Of course, I got mad, but you know what? I couldn't be there all the time, although I did try.
yeah.
But
They were horrible because I leave my kids at home and I never had stuff like that happen. Y'all never did stuff like that to me. Thank you.
When me and Elijah did one thing, we were like play fighting, and his head accidentally went through the door glass, and it broke.
I don't remember that. Oh
No, that's when
no.
he was little,
He
and I
got
was supposed to
that
be
when he
watching
was
him.
like 2 and he was at my dad's house and they had a antique china cabinet and he opened up the door and the glass fell. So they ended up rushing him to the emergency room while I was at a football game. Went to see the Washington Redskins. I remember that like it was yesterday. But yeah, that's how he got that. But I don't remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, it happened like a while ago.
Selective memory.
Where
well, you know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you this. You guys, when I was a young child, me and my sister, we were in charge of keeping house and being locked up because mom had to work all the time. So we had to come home every day, clean up, do all the housework, wash dishes, and all that stuff. And we couldn't do anything until all of that was done. That included homework too. So it got to a point where when we would come straight home from school, we would sit down and watch all the cartoons. And you know the cartoons that was on Popeye, and we would sit there and watch all of that to a certain time. My mom would get home like 6 o'clock, so we would watch TV until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And soon as that time hit 5, we would get up, rush around the house, doing everything we should have already done. Clean up, mop, sweep, everything. And get it done in time before she even got home.
Mm.
But we would do that a lot because, we were always home by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's easy for you to mess up when you're home by yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Did it ever
Because we
backfire
did it.
on you, Mom?
Like,
Like
did
you
mama ever come home early and catch y'all watching TV?
No. We were
Yeah.
always have it done on time. So when she come into the house, everything would be exactly the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, what was it like growing up in your time?
What was it like? Well, I think it was a lot better than what it is now because it wasn't as dangerous. Even though we had to take precautions, all the stuff that's happening out there now wasn't happening then.
Do you think
know?
that it happened? You just don't know about it, and we know about it now?
No,
It's hard
because
to imagine
some of it probably happened, but not the way it is now. Because everything is put out there on news and out in the public.
Social
so,
media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when stuff happened, it does. It spreads all over the place, but it wasn't as dangerous or as bad.
I mean, you were actually dealing with stuff that we would never have. Well, not to the extent that you have in regards to race. And, during your time when there were.
No,
She
we
used
didn't even
whatever
have
bathroom
that.
was available.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't even have that. I mean, there was always racism. It was just undercover. It's always there.
Mommy, what year were you born again?
1950. So it was always there, but it wasn't plainly put out in sight all the time. Not like it is now.
Mm,
So
you don't. I feel like you had it worse back then
no.
when it comes to racism and people, the Ku Klux Klan and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and that also depends on where you live.
Right. That's it. Maybe where
It depends on where you live because see, all that stuff wasn't that open
in the
where
South.
I live.
well, yeah, because you guys were living in Washington D.C. You grew up
Which
in
was
Washington
more-
D.C. But when you went out to Westmoreland County during the summers as a child, did you ever experience anything like that? Because that's
Nothing really terrible, I mean, and and it comes to a point where you just ignore some stuff,
Right.
you know. But nothing really terrible happened, you know. I mean, just people looking at you and calling you names, but you can just let that go into one ear and out the other, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
But it's a lot better then because see, we didn't have to deal with it every day and all the time,
Right.
you know. So it's
And it's a lot different when you're growing up in the city.
yeah, it is. It is because people tend to respect you a little more,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
okay, so let's get back to the Mother's Day special.
This is the Mother's Day special. Sorry.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes,
Sherry,
Chris.
Didn't you get a fish hook stuck on you?
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Don't bring that up. Oh my God! You,
I tell you, it's always
know
Sherry.
what?
Always Sherry. She is
and
the
you
worst
know
child.
what Mommy said to me when that happened?
But she's
Are you
not
trying
the
to
worst
kill my
child.
child? I'm like, oh my God! Why were y'all in the shed?
Yes, we were in the shed. Me, Shanita, and we were in the shed.
I don't
playing,
recall
and there
that.
was all kinds of toys.
Just like they were playing in the apartment when she mislocated her knee.
Oh,
I mean,
No,
we
no,
were
no,
on
no.
the
We were on the
beach.
beach.
We were on the beach.
We were on the
yeah.
beach when
Okay.
she discolored.
Well,
and
no,
we weren't
you were on
playing.
the beach when you got the fish hook stuck in your
I
face
was.
too. Yeah.
My neck. My
Well,
neck.
wherever it got stuck. I don't know why Pop had toys in the
there.
shed with all of the fishing poles and hooks and
Why you bring
everything.
that up?
Oh my
Popped
God.
up in my head.
Because that
Good
makes
memory.
strong kids.
Good memory.
That's why you put all the dangerous stuff with the toys.
That's why you so mean now because of everything that you've been through.
Right? Oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember Mommy trying to get that out. Like that could have been really bad.
Did you
Could have
take her to
been.
the doctors afterwards? It seems to me like she
No.
should have she should have had a shot or
I
something
should have had a
after that.
tetanus shot.
Yes.
You are so right about that. All she did was take it out and clean it up and send me on back out to play. Hell, I don't even know if she cleaned it up.
Well, I cleaned it up. But I knew you guys were strong.
Oh wow. Years later,
Strong
I died.
girls.
See, at your funeral, I thought she was strong. Oh, goodness.
All right, Lisa, Shanita, these are all. This is for Christina. And Christina, you'll answer this too. But this is Christina and Lisa and Mommy. What is the best advice that you would give Christina as a new mom?
Patience and lots of love and some understanding.
My advice to you would be to take advantage of those that are there to help you. Whether it's me, Grandma, Sherry, Shanita, if we're offering that help, take advantage of it, because you need time for yourself.
Yeah,
You have
do.
to find time for yourself. Right now, you're excited. It's a new baby. You just want to do everything right. You don't want to leave her, but you're going to have to take that time for yourself or you're going to burn yourself out if you don't.
That's true.
Okay. Because right now, it's like if she's not in the same room with me, I'm like being a little anxious. Like, okay, I'm ready for my baby now.
Yeah. And she's going to be fine.
And also, long time ago, people had kids, and it wasn't just the parents. It was also neighbors and cousins and uncles and aunts. They all put in to help raise the kids.
Yeah,
And they don't have that nowadays. And that was good. That was good because, if anything went wrong, there was always somebody there. If they got in any trouble, somebody is going to know,
And they might even
So,
spank your
yeah.
kid for you. Can't
So,
do that now. So,
Use all your
Resources.
support that you can get,
Yeah, I appreciate
My advice would be, and I say this really, I know it's going to be hard. I know you're not going to do it because I didn't do it either. But it's okay to leave her alone.
what you mean leave her alone?
It's okay to leave her alone and go and, go party. No, I'm just playing. No, I
Okay.
mean, it's okay It's okay to just like let her sit, because I know you always want to be underneath her, you want to be with her. But I think I did that too with not one, not two, not three, but all four of my kids. And we grew an attachment that was just hard to break. So, and I know you're probably not going to listen to me because I didn't listen to myself either. But they're okay when they're just sitting there. You don't have to always hold them. You don't always, But it's hard when it's your first kid. I totally get it. But they're going to be so attached to you. It's going to be harder on you than it is on them. And you're going to be crying and they're going to be so fine. You're like, oh my God, I'm leaving my baby. So.
Okay. The funniest thing that happened to me is that when I took my kids to school for the first time to kindergarten. And
Which ones? Which ones? Because
well, Shanita,
okay,
she wouldn't get on the bus. She would not get on the bus to go to school. So
wait,
I had to
you
get
had to get on the bus with her. Yep,
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah. And then after we get to school, the teachers is like, she'll be okay. You can go on. We'll let you know if anything happened. So we get to the school and it's time for me to go, and she's crying. She's crying because she don't want to go to school. She don't want to be in school. She don't want to be without me. Okay, so in that case, she made me cry. I'm crying because she's crying. Okay. I don't want to leave her, and I almost took her on back home. But unfortunately, when I rode the bus to school, her dad had to drive behind the bus, so I have a way to get home. So he had to take me home because she was crying and I was crying. So you have to put some space in between. You really do.
And I
You have
remember
to.
that day like it was yesterday. My heart broke. Oh my gosh. I learned nothing that year.
So, mommy, how many days did you have to do that with her? Because it wasn't just one day, was it?
No, it was a couple days.
Yeah.
But after that, it was okay.
If she was my child, she would have been riding that bus by herself. I would be like, go shut up and get on that bus.
Yep, I believe you.
I've already teared up a couple times. Like when she starts really crying, her little
Wait
Hello.
until her
Her
bottom
lip
lip
starts-
starts shaking.
Yeah.
And then she has real
Yeah.
tears coming out now. It's like, oh my
Listen,
gosh,
Wait till she
stop.
has her first shots, her first vaccinations.
Oh my God, I need
You're
y'all.
gonna cry.
I need you guys
I
to
remember
get.
you started crying.
Yeah, I started crying with all of you guys.
Listen, y'all need some backbone.
Yeah, y'all need your big girl panties on.
Oh, like you didn't cry.
I didn't.
Y'all know I
Not
have
with
this-
Really?
shots. Not with shots.
So when you first took them for their first vaccination shots, you did not cry.
No.
I didn't cry.
Not at
But
all.
Maybe because our kids took it well. I don't know. I don't remember. But I don't
Your
remember
kids
crying.
didn't cry?
Yeah,
If they did, it
cried.
was quick in a second. It was just over with.
But I
My
think
kids
that's,
cried.
that's something that all kids do, I think, really. That first thing,
Mhm.
first moment, that needle.
They
it
get
might
mad.
not even hurt.
They
you
get
know?
mad.
Yeah, they do, but that don't mean cry.
Shut up.
I was holding Lexi's hands when she was 13, 14 getting shot.
No, I don't do that now. Mm-mm.
So, Chrissy, I have another question for you, if you don't mind. So what has been the most surprising or challenges that you've faced these last 3 weeks? Something that might have surprised you that you wasn't aware of.
I don't think there's been any surprises, but she's a cluster feeder, so like I'll feed her and then like 10, 15 minutes later she'll want to eat again. And that like happens for like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours. It's gotten better, but I wasn't expecting that because in the hospital they said like every like 3 hours or something. That's like every 15 minutes for her.
Do you
Yeah.
feed her off of both breasts?
Yeah, I like do one first time, then after that I'll like
Is she falling asleep when you're breastfeeding her?
yeah, she'll like fall asleep, but then like when I take her off and like try to burp her and stuff, she'll like wake up, start whining.
So
I'll try it again.
So she doesn't finish eating.
no,
Yeah,
she
yeah, she just falls
doesn't,
asleep.
and she has to keep waking her up to have her finish feeding. But I did tell her that sometimes she just needs to be soothed. It's not because she's hungry. So
Yeah.
I would take her outside and just walk with her up and down the street, and then she's fine. Like they were about to feed her yesterday. I was like, "Give me that baby," and I took her outside and I just walked around with her. She calmed down and she started to go to sleep. So I think in that case, she wasn't really hungry. I think she just wanted that to be soothed. And walking did that for her. And then Christina took over by putting her inside of her stroller and walking her around. So, and she was fine. I don't know how much longer after that it was that you actually fed her, but I know it was probably more than like a half an hour or so
It's probably over
later.
an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I forgot I walked around a lot when she was in my tummy.
yeah, so
makes
it wasn't even so much. Sometimes I think it's not the fact that she's hungry, and then she vomits up so much milk that little baby really is full. She just needs to be soothed, and sucking on Christina's breast is soothing to her. So,
Unless you got a binky.
well, I tried giving her that today. At first, she took
Get
it.
angry.
And then she stopped taking it. And then when I would put it in her mouth, she would act like she's gagging. So I stopped putting it in her mouth. But for whatever reason today, she took it. And she had it for about 15 minutes. And then you came back in the house. And then I don't know how you fed her like right after that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
20 minutes after.
Yeah. So she took it today. I don't know what the difference is. But she's also starting to use bottles. So
Yeah,
that
I was about to
might
say.
be why she finally really took to the
And
passy.
tolerate a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Chrissy, has becoming a mom changed your perspective?
On
On being a
mom?
parent.
Well,
Or just
I need a
in
full
life,
sentence.
in life general, has it changed any of your perspective being a new mom?
I don't think so. Just because
Tell
like,
her
I've
it's too
grown
soon for that.
around, like babies and stuff. I don't know. It just feels regular. Like I don't feel any different, really.
So you don't look at a car coming down the street too fast differently than you did before?
Oh my God.
I'm just asking, because I don't know.
Because you do.
But yeah, stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah, definitely driving a lot slower and stuff. And like I don't want to like drive without like someone being in the back seat right now. Just make sure that she's good.
So you need a mirror for your back seats, what
Oh,
you're
you are
saying.
special.
What?
Yeah,
Act
she
like,
is spoiled.
No, because didn't we all have mirrors?
She's special.
But I'm saying, didn't we all have mirrors though? Because we wanted to be able to see the baby in the back when we were driving.
Anita is lying. She had a mirror.
Okay.
I did not.
I didn't have a mirror.
Yes, you
I
did.
was a single mom. Couldn't afford a damn mirror.
Well,
Really?
you had a mirror with
Really?
Riley.
No.
You had a mirror. Yes,
Oh,
you did.
Riley. That's
Yeah.
different.
Yes.
I probably did have a mirror with her.
You did.
Okay,
You did.
a mirror is like
But-
$10. Seriously.
But with my other 3 kids, no, I didn't have
we
a mirror.
didn't have them.
I did not do a
Really?
mirror.
I never had one, not once.
And
But
then-
when she had Riley,
I didn't even use it. Like
I
don't even
did. I
remember.
had one with all of my
only
kids.
reason why I know you had one is because I saw you using it.
Well, I also had a husband,
Ooh,
so
let
if
me
I
tell
was
you-
in
let
the
me tell you
back,
what else
she
Nina
was
would
in the
do.
back.
And
Nobody's
this is-
talking to you
this
right
is
now.
old.
Lisa, are you
Old.
listening to me? Lisa, look at me.
When she was driving,
Go ahead.
she would put her hand in the back so her kid can hold her hand.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, that is true. My oldest
I
21-year-old
remember
could
that.
not sit. And she was my only child at the time, and she could not sit in the back seat without physically touching me. This is what I'm talking about. The connection is like, whoa.
And you do not want a connection
You
like
don't.
that. I'm telling you, you
But-
do
and
not want
Not only
that.
do you not want to, because when she got a certain age, she just dropped me. I was no longer important. I couldn't come in her room. I mean, it hurt. I was still there and she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, hold your emotions. Don't give it all to them. Don't give it all to them.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So, Mom, I have a question. What was the most rewarding part of being a mother to me?
Oh, Lord.
I know it was
To
me.
you or to me?
No, to her.
What was the most rewarding part of being a mother to all of us?
Oh.
That's not what you
But you can
meant.
focus on me.
There's nothing rewarding about you. You're a late bloomer.
Well, the most rewarding part to me was that watching you guys grow up to be really responsible, caring, loving parents yourselves.
Oh, you lying now.
And all those degrees that Shuri got.
Yes. and
such a
and
hater.
you guys, I mean, I couldn't have asked for better girls. And you all did way more than I would expect any of you to do.
Oh, wow.
No.
That doesn't say much.
Really?
Well, I'm
Oh my
saying that
gosh.
because you could have became drug addicts, druggies, you
One
could
of us
end up
did.
in jail, you know. So,
One
you
of
know,
us
I
did.
mean,
Wait a minute.
you
Wait
guys
a minute.
have
Which
turned out
one
to
of
be
us
really,
did? Oh my
really
God.
wonderful and responsible, and you raising your kids up the same way. So I'm proud of all three of you.
Oh, thank you, Mom. That's so sweet.
Not you.
Good call.
So,
No, I'm proud of all three of you. You're all wonderful people, human beings, and you've given me some wonderful grandchildren.
So, mommy, do you feel like you've made any mistakes with us?
Of course.
Like name one mistake.
I should have tore Shanita and Sherry's tail up when they did that to my couch.
Yep, you sure should have. Yep.
She lying.
You should have tore their butt up a whole lot more than what you did.
She's saying should have, but I don't think they can come after you now, Mom. We grown. she did. Nah, I don't remember. The fear alone tore me up. So I don't really remember.
Yeah, we were so scared when she was coming home. We were so scared.
Like Shanita would be okay. So I think honestly, I think a spanking would work for Sherry. I think just being in trouble is enough for Shanita.
Yeah, because you know, even when I was a kid, just the participation of getting a spanking,
Yes.
Right.
and making you wait
Right.
for it.
Like
Right.
you
That's
gonna
terrible.
tell me you gonna spike me,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna do it now. So
Okay,
you want me to
but
sit
you know
around and
what?
schedule
Yes.
this?
And so that's what she
that's
did with
worse.
me. She
Yeah.
would tell me to go in the room and take off my clothes and wait.
Yes. Yes. And you be always the littlest noise. You jumping.
Yep.
Is that her? She coming? You know?
And it's like
I
she.
think that's the worst part, right? there.
Yeah, I mean, and she took her time coming in there too.
Yep. I remember when Sherry got a spanking.
And Shanita was crying.
And no. I wasn't crying.
Not
I got
Christina,
so
Shanita.
bold. I jumped in front of Mom. Was like, "Stop!" And I put my hand out. Do you know
And
that
she
bell
got a
turned around
spanking
on me? And that was the first and the last I ever spoke to Sherry. First and last. I'm like, Sherry, going forward, you had to pay for your own bull crap. We good.
So, Christina, do you think you're gonna have any more kids?
Yeah, I think so. I
How
wouldn't
many? How many do you think you might want?
maybe like 3 more.
3 more.
Oh
So
my
you want 4
goodness.
kids
You
total?
need to stop at 2.
Okay, from the woman who has 5,
That's
she's
why I
still
know.
gonna have less than you.
That's why I know.
I think it would be cute.
You right. She said cute. It will be cute to have 4 kids.
Yeah, like have them like at least semi like close together so they all grow up together, like have fun. Like I don't want to just have
That's
like one and
expensive.
she's like bored.
That's expensive.
Listen,
Yeah, make
just
it
have
work.
2 kids. Just have one more in about 10 years.
She's 30.
Okay, Jan Jackson.
Or Holly Berry.
Amen.
I love Berry.
Yeah, you're starting really late.
Have a
So-
boy and a girl and be good.
Call it a day. Because let me tell you, when you start having multiple kids, it's a problem.
It is easy to spoil 2, but it's not as easy to spoil 4. Just saying.
And
She
she know
laughing
because
at
she
y'all.
got 5.
She's smiling, laughing at y'all.
I still have time to think about it.
Well, ladies, we want to tell you that we appreciate you coming in here
Yeah, we
and
do.
being a part of our
Mother's Day.
It was
podcast.
fun. Thank you.
No problem.
We definitely enjoyed both of your perspectives. Although, Christina, you didn't have much of a perspective.
Yeah, I don't have
you
much.
just smiled.
I've only been around for 3 weeks. I've only known her for 3 weeks.
So we'll bring you back in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next
No,
Mother's
bump
Day.
down. We're bringing her back in a year. Not Chrissy. We're bringing AJ. Let's see what she thinks about you.
You.
That's funny.
And I have a feeling she's going to have a lot to say because she is so rotten already.
I like to say in Spanish.
Your
Y'all need
mom-
to do that with y'all's kids. Have them talk about y'all.
I don't care what they got to say.
Well, that's a upcoming episode. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have all the kids in an episode soon. So yeah.
So, Gwenny Pooh, thank you for coming in and enjoying.
Well, you're most welcome. I enjoyed myself telling on you guys.
Yes, and you were very honest.
I try to be.
I wasn't expecting to get that much out of you.
All right. Well, so moving right along.
That's right. Moving right along. It's time for all of you guys to come on over to 3BW podcast. I'm sorry.
Unfilteredpodcast.com.
Yes, 3BW Unfiltered Podcast.com, and share your stories with us. If you can go all the way to the bottom and hit the link, share your story. We would love to hear from you guys and add you guys to our community.
And with that, we are going to close. We would like for you guys to go on our website and subscribe. We don't have a like button, but we would love for you to subscribe to 3BW. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Kisses.
Bye.
Mwah, 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 mwah.